If you struggle with time management, then this video is for you. You might have used tools like to-do lists, task managers, verbal reminders, calendars, time blocking, stuff like that. If you're a person who is highly creative and struggle with focus and direction, then those things aren't really going to work for you, because it's not keeping on track with the task that is the problem per se. The problem is more to do with indecision, frankly the stress that comes with having to make those decisions. To-do lists is just never going to work for you, because you don't want to have to make a decision and stick to it. You want your day to be free flowing. You don't want to feel bad about not doing something, and then you don't want that mental backlog of, oh, okay, I didn't do these 5 things, so now I'm going to have to do them tomorrow. You want a structured approach to a free lifestyle, one where you can decide to do one thing and then choose to do another thing, that allows you the freedom to relax, the freedom to do nothing, which is important for creative. I believe that everybody's creative anyway. I believe that everybody is a creator. So this is across the board, really. Even if you're good with to-do lists or you're good with traditional time management tools, this might be a funner alternative for you. If you're not a person that has like a super structured schedule, everything is optimized to the minute. If you're not a person with a lifestyle that requires that, so simply put, it's just the opposite of a to-do list. The have done list, rather than picking stuff that you want to do throughout the day, you just write down whenever you do something. Anytime you do something, you write down the time and you write down what you did. Simple as that. So I started doing this on the 14th. Woke up, made bed. So basically, just get a blank piece of paper. You just write everything that you do and the time that you do it. So by the end of the day, you have a full sheet, or depending on what you do. The reason why I like to have done list is because I'm a person that has a lot of ideas. I've practiced a lot of different disciplines in my life, so I can always make connections from a million different places at once. It was hard for me to pick a direction. It wasn't actually hard for me to find a direction. People are actually suffering from indecision rather than lack of opportunity. What the have done list does essentially presents me with a very comprehensive breakdown of the decisions that I've made over the last 4 days. Almost got 1 week worth of decisions that I've made. On Sunday, I had a 6-hour nap. After that 6-hour nap, I was more productive 6-hour period after a 6-hour nap in the middle of the day than these days. Not to say that I wasn't productive in these days, because I actually got a lot done. I did a lot of tasks that moved the needle on my goals. People used to tell me about napping. I used to think, yo, grow up. But then again, on that day, I did wake up at 6 a.m. So I woke up early, watched a film, 26 minutes, I got bored, and then I started a YouTube channel. Rather than having something to cross off, I had something to add to, I had something to create. I had a blank page and I had to fill it with stuff. And that could have been anything. That's where the creativity comes in. It could be literally anything. It's whatever you're gonna do. They put different key terms throughout the article. Before you get to the bottom of the article, you got like 45 tabs. I'm bored of the article now because I'm just thinking about all of these other tabs that I'm about to take in. So to me, that was the to-do list. I couldn't even concentrate on what I had to do because all I was thinking about is I got to get through this list of 5 things. I still have a to-do list on my whiteboard, but I do a short-term to-do list. I've got my things that I want to achieve, my long-term goals, and then what do I need to get done today to compound into that long-term goal. And because I have to write it down, it gives me a moment to think like, okay, cool, if I'm gonna do something bad, I'm gonna have to write that down. Like, I want that on my record. Just taking that moment to think before you do it, you can actually make a decision. Do I vape or not? That brings me to a mental prompt, an affirmation, if you will. I learned the other day from Think and Grow Rich. The affirmation goes, I am not my desire. I am the director of my energy. I command my passions. Just repeat that over and over again. It's gonna feel weird at first, but when you think about it, you probably tell yourself the opposite. You probably tell yourself you are your desire. You probably tell yourself you are the vape, you are the weed, you are the drink. I told myself that. So telling yourself the opposite shouldn't be weird. It will feel weird for sure. It's a very definitive, strong statement to make. It's not gonna feel congruent with your spirit. Bro, you might decide, you know what, bro, I like smoking, man. I like drinking, I like vaping. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's all about choices, opportunity cost. I don't even wanna make it that deep. Like, it's not that deep, really. But you need to keep it 100 with yourself. And if that's the type of shit that you like, it's better that you just say, like, yo, you know what, I like to do it. And then from there, you can go to, you know what, I do like to do it, but also like to do things that this is kind of hindering a little bit. If you want to be like an elite level athlete, maybe you shouldn't drink all the time. Maybe you don't smoke. Things like that. Binge drinking, overeating, these things are not congruent with the life of a elite athlete. That's the only decision you have to make, is like, okay, well, what is it that I'm trying to do? Is this going to get me there faster? Is this going to get me there slower? Olympic rowers make decisions based on whether it's going to make the boat go faster or go slower. Any decision, boat go faster, is going to make the boat go slower. But that is the direction that you need to be on, though. And as long as you're on that path, like, you'll be good. Go back to the concept of compound interest. I don't really know how to describe compound interest without saying compound interest. But your efforts will, basically the work that you do. So obviously you have a snowball top of the hill, you roll it down, by the time you get to the bottom of the hill, it's massive, yeah? So it's not just the work that it's doing, it's the work that's been done is making the work that's being done. The work that's been done, okay, yeah, there we go. The work that's been done makes the work that's being done more powerful. Yeah, that's compound interest. So something that you do today, like, you might not think it's nothing, you might do one push-up today. You might do one push-up for the rest of the week. The start of next week, you might do 10 push-ups, and then push-ups might become part of your routine. Maybe one day you read one page, and then the next day you read another page, and the next day you're like, okay, you know, I could probably read 5 pages. The work that you did before makes the work that you're doing now more powerful. Think about momentum. It's easier to get something that's already moving, that's already rolling, than it is to get something. It's easier to get something rocking when it's already rolling than it is to get a rock to roll. That's momentum. So went off on a bit of a wild tangent there, touched on a few things: compound interest, momentum, stuff like that, congruency, cognitive dissonance. Went over a lot. I'll say all that just to say this, yeah, the have done list. If to-do lists don't work for you, like, try the have done list, yeah. It's more than anything, it's just really satisfying to just come back and look. That is momentum and compound interest. That is the concept illustrated. Started at 11 a.m. The work that I did at 11 a.m. made the work that I'm doing at 11:15 easier, and it just compounds from there. So by the time you get here, I've got all of this work already done. So that is feeding off of all of this, and it just keeps going. Some people can do to-do lists. I still use to-do lists, but I only use to-do lists on the short term. But all that stuff is going to get wiped off probably in the next like 3 hours. That will be done, and there will be new to-dos on there, and there will be more have-dones on here. Obviously, there's going to be times where you're not going to have stuff to do. The thing is, the more that you do this, the more that you actually find that you do have stuff to do, and you won't procrastinate as much. Or maybe you'll procrastinate in other areas, but at least you'll be getting some stuff done. In that case, just write chill, or literally just put in nothing time. Yesterday, I put in a block of nothing time. Yeah, at 4:50, I put in a block for nothing time for 30 minutes. Got bored after 20 minutes, and then I started reading. If you just chill and give yourself space to do nothing, something will come to you. When the thing comes to you, pick up your pen and write down the time and just do that thing. Because doing that thing is better than doing nothing, for sure. But you have to give yourself time to do nothing before you can do something, you know what I'm saying? Have done list. I love you.